All right, come prove it. All right, we're back. Fishing took too long. Money make the go grind. Money 2010. Sometimes sell my mama. Come on, come prove the globe. Geodesy uses flat earth survey. See, this battery's fried. Oh, you want to come up? Prove all global religion. Headphones were going. Well, I got the laptop to the left, the tablet to the right. I'm back on the phone, multiple accounts again, so I can show the other stuff I've screenshotted on this tablet the past 2 weeks without this phone, and what I got on this computer. The AI says, every AI I talk to, and looking at all the manuals and everything, it looks like that curvature, Coriolis, spin, rotation, whatever, is neglected in everyday application in the real world. So why would I throw away something that's being used every day that's accurate for something that's not, i.e. the globe? And so that's a great point, and one of the final things brought up that cooks the globe. One of the things that just like you can't argue with. The AI can't even argue with it. So I don't know. Let's get some running. Let's run it up here. The AC thing's not going, just the cicadas, folks. Excuse it, but we live in the woods. You know, I'd rather hear from the cicadas, right, than, you know, city noise. Like, it's actually hard to sleep in cities for me, and not country towns like this or backwoods like where I'm at, you know, where you can still hear this, but the metro is is all this noise. Truck noises and everything. I love it out here, so sorry. Only way I can go inside, but I can't be, I have to be very quiet inside, so I don't want to do that. Y'all come up here in the box. Let's get started. Flat Earth globe. This is how the sun works. It only looks like a figure eight from that personal observer, from that spot where it's being time-lapsed. But the whole thing has been documented throughout history to do with Christmas tree, which is kind of like why we have ornaments around the Christmas tree to symbol not only the firmament and the stars in the firmament, but the sun doing a Christmas tree pattern. The tree of life probably had lights on it of some sort. And you got Polaris above. And again, it could be symbolism also for the larger circumference in the south. You got, but basically, yeah, the tree of life. Well, y'all guys say it's not flat, but survey says. And what makes you think it's not flat? The Bible knew it was flat. It's a disc or a circle or clay under a seal, which is flat with an edge like Antarctica. Like, what are you talking about? But all the old philosophers, majority of them, and all the engineers were talking about a celestial sphere with a flat baseline in between the two parts. Not a ground sphere. Just because the stars curve don't mean the ground's curving. No, he did not. That's heresy. I suggest you go watch the Bonanza episode showing when they first started infiltrating church schools and churches with this globe crap and saying it's science, and how they kicked them out and did worse because it's heresy. We ain't gonna have it. So, and sorry if you still don't know that the Old Testament God is a demiurge, that the Gnostic text, Jesus was mocking them for worshiping a demiurge or a false God as the creator of all things. And only one of them ended up actually knowing who that was, which ended up being Jesus' best friend. And it seems like those people convinced us that he was a traitor and to hate this guy. He straight up said, yeah, I know, you're going to be a traitor in my name, though. And they're going to think you as such, but you're doing me a big favor. That guy we know now as Judas. So you ask any Christian, the majority of Christians are going to go, that guy is evil, a traitor. But the Gnostic text, Jesus straight up said a very different thing. I don't think we hear in the regular Bible him directly saying that he is evil and a traitor. But if it is, it's wrong, according to the Gnostic text. So I don't know. Anyway, but back to my point is that they changed everything, and they didn't change it to a globe. And so, yeah, nice try. Even the Schofield Bibles were flat earth. So I don't know why people just come in and say, it's round. Isaac Newton knew it was round. All the ancients knew it was round. Biblical, it's round. No, it's not. Like a round, like a circle round, or a sphere. But then you keep switching. Because I go around my neighborhood doesn't mean the earth is round. Or it doesn't mean it's a sphere. It doesn't mean I'm going around the curvature. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So what verse says he made it curve 8 inches per mile squared? And he made it refract back to eye level. It shall be that I make a horizon. I make everyone's eyes domed, and you have and make a dome of the vision, which makes everything refract up to eye level. But remember, child, the earth is actually a sphere that curves down. A lot of people will try to convince you it's flat, but it's not. The Lord your God said it is. In verse whatever. Where's that at? It's not. You can't find it, because that's stupid. It's heresy. Oh, there it goes again. But it's been heresy throughout all of history, folks. And that's why they run. Now I'm down to one person because, yeah, they can't handle it. They're looking for an argument and looking for any red herring that they can parrot. That's not true. Grasping for straws. So yeah, they ran. You said the Bible said what verse? Even the Jehovah's Witness Bible and their extra books. The Mormons have other books by other people that they use in conjunction. and that's fine. But what part of any of these books says that the Lord created it to be a sphere, or even the pear earth model, or a geoid, anything, a soccer ball, so we can have these locally flat spots that are also curving? It's not a sphere. It would have to be a soccer ball in order for there to be plane surveying on a globe, or anything close to a globe. Excuse the sarcadas. I hit accept. Oh, he's gone. Let's try another one. Howdy.
How's it going?
Doing pretty good. How's it going with you?
I'm doing alright. So, I'm just, in what way, like, how, like, why can't we, you know, just go and take a picture of the sun if it's so close?
We take pictures of the sun all the time.
Well, like, from the side, let's say. Like, we could go up and, you know, have a balloon go up to the side of it or something.
Planes do, and there's pictures of it looking beneath the plane out in the distance due to perspective with sky and ground behind it and the horizon above it.
So you're saying that the sun is lower than the planes?
Well, it could be at certain points, or it could appear that way because the sun is not a part of the ground; it's a part of the sky.
But like, you should have like you should have like an idea of a model though. Like you can't say could be.
Well, the globe is entirely based on a could be hypothetical. We don't need to prove it. We just have to believe it. Bro. So I'm absolutely.
People have literally taken pictures of the Earth and gone to space. So there's actually quite a lot of like evidence versus the flat Earth.
All pictures to space are zeros and ones turned into composites. You can
it's a composite is the composite. You can take a composite on your phone. Have you ever taken a panoramic picture on your phone?
You're not doing that in astrophotography, dude. You didn't hear what I said.
But
on a screen, when a zero turns into a one, that means they discovered a star, not panoramic, nothing. You know that, right?
No, when you take a panoramic photo on your phone, that's a composite.
That's what they're doing at astrophotography, which is the point. I don't care about panoramic on my iPhone. It's not used by NASA in those pictures.
Yeah, but the same technology of a composite is exactly what's used.
No, it's not. So
that's what a composite means.
The Big Bang Theory on CBS, when they said if that zero turns to a one, it means it's twinkling, trying to impress that girl, and instead of showing a star through a telescope.
Are you seriously arguing against the Big Bang Theory as your understanding of physics?
I'm using the TV show from CBS. You didn't hear me.
A comedy TV show is what you're using as your argument.
Yeah, because science is, because
it's a comedy TV show. It's not even accurate on its science.
No, it's accurate 1,000% that you guys were avoiding a social life for stuff that's not real, and it took Sheldon having drunk coitus with a science book to part with it and get a wife. It's exactly 1,000% how it is. A zero to that's literally, you can Google it.
They take literally.
Google AI, zeros and ones, and put it into and digitize it and make a composite, not based off any visual observation. You can Google. Do
you know how cameras work? Do you know how digital cameras work?
In galaxies, good sir. It's like that part was accurate.
Do you know how digital cameras work?
What is it?
Do you know how digital cameras work?
You're not listening. They don't use cameras in astrophotography.
They quite literally do mount cameras on the spaceships, yes.
Those type of what they call telescopes are sound telescopes, and they claim that they're listening.
What about Earthrise?
See, now he deflects. What? Now what about what?
Earthrise, the picture of Earth.
The composite picture, or the ones we have from like
the one picture taken by Michael Collins in the spaceship as he came around the moon.
Is the picture from all the pictures of the globe that show the whole thing, right, from up there in space are digitized, right, from zeros and ones?
No, that was actually taken on an analog camera.
Oh, what kind of camera? That.
I mean, I believe it was a film camera of some kind. I don't know the exact model, but why would I know that?
Because, that would be pertinent to the debate, so we could discuss what the model does, and if there's...
I can go, so you're going to argue specifications of a camera,
no, I'm going
but you don't even have pictures of anything showing your model.
Well, Google says you can't use a regular camera to show the whole globe, that you would only see the part that you're at. You wouldn't see the whole thing due to the refraction.
Yeah, but when you're at the moon, you can see it.
Nope. the atmosphere extends much beyond the moon, according to you guys now, so that's not true.
I mean, yeah, there's so you actually don't understand the science, and so you just say no.
The science, you guys keep changing it, of course. No one's ever.
I mean, yeah, science is an ever-evolving thing. It's not one static thing. That's religion.
No, it's not. Nothing new under the sun. The flat Earth math didn't change to a globe. It don't change from flat to a globe. You don't assume a globe's a flat line. Nothing's changed. We're recycling the same information, the same hovercrafts, the same crap they had in 1800s. They discovered the railroads. They didn't invent them. They were already buried and made of copper. Stop playing with me.
What do you mean buried and made of copper? Are you serious?
1500s, they've already had railroad. They were uncovered under the ground. Yeah, that's not. There's documents. There's movies. Or there's documentaries.
Yeah, I'm sure there's movies, buddy. Like you just like you talked about the Big Bang Theory. There's probably some movies that talk about the copper rails underground.
The thing was, the Big Bang Theory was accurate on how it described how y'all do science. Hook us in blood, Sheldon. That's what we do with the grant money. There's no science here. And then you say that right to your face, and you guys still get hard-ons like it's, ooh, this is my life. This is what they do. They're really doing science.
You're the one saying that's what they actually do. You're the one who looked at a TV show, a comedy TV show, and said, this is real life.
No, I looked at 24,000 documents mentioning flat Earth, the plane surveying that is yet to be defeated.
Plane surveying is just an approximation that they use. It's not like they literally already have to account for those facts over longer distances.
It's an approximate because it's flat, bro. You're using magical deflection words like geodesy somehow does.
What approximation means?
What does it mean?
It means so to get a close guess, but not exactly accurate. So
not exactly.
Oh, you muted? You muted?
I'll mute you again, bro. You're suited. We don't approximate.
You just say no. You just say no. You can't even argue.
Yeah, I did, because you won't let me give the art. You're going to interrupt me. You don't approximate an apple's an orange. You don't approximate a square as a circle. So try again. You don't simplify a circle into a square.
Actually, you do actually will, like when you're doing math, you will simplify a circle as other shaped. Yeah.
Nope, you don't do that in real life. You don't pretend shapes are another shapes. Shapes are shapes. Next. On what real world application do we simplify and pretend that a circle is a square? Or that it looks square, but it's actually a circle? See, I trapped you. Thanks for playing. You're denying individual shapes. You're only saying that because other globies have said that. The Google AI says that, but you can't replicate that. You can't show me shrinking a circle turns it into a square, or making it big makes it appear to look flat because it's so big. With any other spherical object outside of just, we have to assume the globe does that. Kicking a can from the flat horizon in a plane surveying that it's not short distances. It's half the goddamn seafloor, and the entire ocean, the sea level, which is one altitude, 500 above, is the same for you as it is for me. You got to prove it's different altitudes, because the level is a measurement of altitude and a measurement of pitch at the same time. All right? Like, what are you talking about? So next, you're just repeating the script and triggered that I don't understand. That, you know, that I'm not getting it. Literally, I've believed all this shit up until now. You're not going to tell me anything to convince me, by pretending that I've never heard of the globe before and that I don't understand it. I know all the numbers. I know all the math. You're repeating the script you heard in another live. Anyone else want to try? Don't get triggered, but I drop people pretty quick that waste time and do that. Oh, well, geodesy is around. No, it's not. Flat X and Y, flat Cartesian coordinates grid. Well, what about all the science? Then once we get through it appears to curve. No, it looks like a straight line. No optical experiment shows it curving left or right. Oh, but barren culmination error. There's no drop. You can go any altitude. And then you start attacking and say, well, why would they all lie? They all know it's round. Straw man, straw man, straw man. Oh, you're an idiot. You're dumb. That's usually how that goes, and we're not doing it. So if you got actual measurable science to show in the box, or you want to just filibuster the same globe script that we've all been indoctrinated since before even school started. I've heard it since before even school started. So you're saying it as if like I don't know what these were, like I never heard it before. But I just thought I would tell y'all that I'm aware. But you have to prove the burden is on the globe. Flat plane surveying is used in everyday application. And the manuals say curvature and rotation is neglected. Yeah, so why are they neglecting it in real world application in order to be accurate? Why are you guys telling me we have to do the curvature correction if the real world, everyday people and their surveyors, the cartographers, everybody says it's neglected? How many quotes from people do we have to provide that do this professionally, that wrote books about it being neglected and being flat? They were talking about it's flat on PBS. They made a whole episode, a whole documentary about it in like the 80s or the 70s on PBS. This is ridiculous. NASA is really the biggest lying, the one lying. The rest of us either believe it or just don't question it. Not everybody's in on the thing. So anyway, let's see who else. And math's not a measurement. No, I tricked him by asking him what it is, and he said the wrong thing. He started inserting it. Not 100% accurate. Well, no shit, because you got culmination errors, dumbass. And you got all this other stuff, so that's what atmospheric conditions. So, of course, for optical experiments, they're going to say approximation. That's a deflection to say that, they're not using a spherical approximation, so stop deflecting. And then again, math's not a measurement. Math is literally the result of a measurement, folks. It's a description. Otherwise, it's pseudo-math or it's Narnia math. If it didn't come from a real-world experiment, and then, you know what I mean? We see 2 sticks, we see 2 more sticks, then we make the math problem 2 + 2 = 4. We observe that first somewhere, folks. So if we're not observing the globe math, I don't want the globe math. I want science. I don't want Narnia. I got the math for Narnia whenever y'all are ready to hear it. But I got the parallax books put into one. If you know who Parallax was, that big time philosopher all over Europe, scientist, engineer, whatever he was, let's see. Samuel Robotham, under the pseudonym Parallax, lectured for 2 decades up and down Britain, promoting his unique flat earth theory. This book, which lays out his world system, went through 3 editions, starting with a 16-page pamphlet published in 1849, and a second edition of 221 pages published in 1865, third edition in 1881, which had inflated to 430 pages, was used as the basics of this text. Robotham believed that the earth is flat, the continents float on an infinite ocean, which somehow has a layer of fire underneath it. We believe that. We are surrounded by an infinite wilderness of ice and snow beyond the Antarctic Ocean. Oh, okay. So he believed in land beyond back then, according to this. Interesting. I bought this book at a damn bookstore. Nobody could... No, it's not. That's a deflection term. It's neglected and not used because it's not real. It's that simple. Occam's razor, checkmate. These guys just won't ever concede. It's neglected. Again, why would you treat why would you I'm assuming you guys were the ones that shoved the square and tried to shove it through the circle thing in pre-K, right? Because you're not understanding 2 different shapes. You have to argue that they are the same thing and change appearance, and you can't. So you can't say that we simplify a circle into a straight line. That's ridiculous. Because that flat X and Y it wouldn't be flat, it would curve every 3 miles. Therefore, we would have to account for it. If we can do it on a flat map, that means there's no vertical drop away from the horizontal. Like, what are you talking about? This guy still wants up. Let's see what we got here. Come on. You're going to repeat the script too. Let's see what you got. I hit accept. And he's gone. Alright, he runs.
Hey!
Oh, no, it's going slow then. I apologize. Sorry for accusing you of running. It's just going really slow.
Yep.
I just assumed that you just went on because I was rambling, not like you were scared.
No, I mean, I did leave for a bit there while you were rambling, but...
It happens because people don't ever listen to what we're saying. It goes in one ear and out the other. They'll never concede if they don't understand. They'll never win against Flat Earth if they don't even understand what Flat Earth is. And I'm not assuming that's you, but yeah, most people that
help me understand what Flat Earth is then.
Okay, well, first you have to understand that the globe is literally rejecting all the Flat Earth plane surveying assumptions, measurements, and approximations for an injection of curvature afterwards. So it's neglected in real life because the Flat Earth has been measured throughout all history. All the ancient aqueduct builders, surveyors, and engineers said it was flat, but they're all wrong according to maybe 5 or 10 new ones.
The ancient Greeks were able to measure the curvature of the Earth with pretty reasonable accuracy.
They were geocentric flat earthers too.
No, they actually did have some measurements of the curvature of the Earth, yeah, using shadows.
Oh, see, shadows aren't a measurement. See, the 3 sticks. Thanks for playing. That's not a measurement of the Earth.
You do realize that can use shadows to take measurements, though, right? Like based on the position of the sun and so on.
No.
Well, I mean, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not true.
Who's doing that?
Doing what?
Who's doing that? You made a claim.
What do you mean? Who's doing what?
Using the sun as a measurement for the ground.
What?
You said they use shadows and the sun as a measurement for.
Yeah, the ancient Greeks. If you were following along, that's what I started with.
Well, we can't prove that they did when clearly
We have records of them doing that.
Yeah, but it's not accurate. What are you talking about?
Okay, so well, then why do you care about you were just the one using the ancients you were the one using the ancients as proof for the flat Earth.
Yeah,
and now you're going to go ahead and say the ancients
allegedly
weren't
one or two people that did that and claimed it was a globe without evidence. You would have
there's
to
multiple that did it.
No, the majority. No, you're just looking at sphere and ignoring celestial sphere.
You are listening to European history that used to say that they believed that the world was in the center of the universe, but that's not really a huge thing that the rest of the world believed in.
Source. Majority of the world did believe that back then.
Source?
It predates globe. Yeah, it predates the globe.
Source.
All of history, all their depictions, all the ancient hieroglyphics, every cosmology depiction with a dome over top.
Drop one.
Hebrew. Type in Hebrew cosmology.
Okay, I don't like.
Type in a yeah. I don't have Google or nothing. I type in.
That's inaccurate though, because that's inaccurate though.
Oh, it's always inaccurate or wrong, isn't it? So
that's what you said. That's your logic. So I'm just using your logic.
No, your logic is pretending Narnia is real.
You literally just said that. Oh, it must not be real because just that's not the case. You have to drop a source.
No, I said it's because you can't measure it or anything, brother. You're not measuring the Earth with shadows. You're using Narnia science and injecting it randomly and saying the shadows are
basic. Like you don't understand like trigonometry.
Plane trigonometry? Oh yeah, I understand plane trigonometry.
Okay, so you can understand how the angle of the sun could be measured. I can understand.
The angle of the sun makes a triangle and a flat baseline as it moves with linear perspective. And plane trigonometry, PLANE, I don't know if you heard the word, is not curved. It has nothing to do with the globe, and it's used in everyday application in regards to the math of the Earth measurements. So where's the Earth curve? The sun's not doing it.
I think that you just don't understand how trigonometry could be used with shadows.
No, you're just deflecting and denying reality. Plane surveying.
You're the one everyday and they say that they use the word neglect the curvature of the Earth for a reason, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. What do you?
No. Why how is it neglecting something if it doesn't exist?
That's exactly what it means.
No. That's not what neglecting means.
That's in that application. That's exactly what it means when they measure the half the seafloor. When they measure half the seafloor flat, that's exactly what it means. When Canada to Mexico is flat in the center, that's exactly what it means. So you can make up all the pseudo whatever to kick the can and waste time and avoid a concession all you want. But when it's neglected in everyday applications, then why are we pretending the real world flat Earth everyday approximation is not real if they use it every day for something that's not used and neglected in everyday applications?
If you neglect a child, is that a good thing?
What?
If you neglect a child, is that what you're supposed to do?
They say curvature and rotation 0 in other manuals too. Next. 0 means it's not measured with that experiment. Or it's assumed not to be measured at all. Thanks for playing. But you just want to ramble big words and sound smarter than the flurf and then go cheerlead back in the cave with your globe buddies. And avoid actual science. What is flat Earth? Exactly. Everything is horizontal. It may have different elevation, topography, but like pocket tanks. Y'all are looking for anything that says a rocket arcs, a plane arcs in the sky. Like pocket tanks, a projectile arcs, but everything is horizontal. Yes, there's hills and valleys being blown out on pocket tanks. But anyone else want to try? This is wild. No, that's what y'all like to do. You like to waste time, kick the can, and avoid actually listening to the argument and just saying that's not true. Because everybody knows it's a globe. The ancient Greek, that's a fallacy. The ancient Greeks all knew, right? You can Google it. They were geocentric celestial sphere. Eratosthenes, or was it Aristotle? I think it was Aristotle, was a celestial sphere guy. Da Vinci, celestial sphere. That's the model. Like Stranger Things, that's the model. I understand the words I use. You don't use a flat, straight line on a curve. You don't use the math in the maps and measure a flat line and then correct it and say, nope, it's a globe. We have to, in order to be 100% accurate, we have to assume the instrument's wrong 90% of the time. That's what Barron said last week. So clearly, I finally got him to admit it and haven't seen him since. Do what you want with that information. I understand the words. I don't know, mods probably. Yeah, whatever. That's all you got, Aussie Sal. Whoa, we're not doing that. That's all you got. My parents must be siblings. This guy lives in one of the flattest countries. They're saying Australia's now flatter than a pancake too, like Kansas. Next. 5 minutes in the box. Simple question, as long as it's not an ad hom, a personal attack, or something just dumb, I have a simple answer. So now we got Sparky. We'll try that one, since he's got a simple question. Well then, Average Ape, why did they say it's flatter than a pancake? And Sparky is in the chat. What you got?
Okay, so have you ever heard of it's a straight flight that you can take from South America to
Santiago
South
to
Africa?
Chile. Yeah, I've heard of it a million times. It's very hard to get, and they usually take detours north. Most of the time it's not a straight flight. They say it's a straight flight, but then there's usually a detour for some reason halfway through the flight.
Okay, so people on the flight are like, oh my God, why are we turning left or turning right?
Planes always turn left or turn right horizontally. They don't turn vertically in long distance.
So it would be a turn that you would feel.
Oh, you feel it about as much, maybe. No, they can turn slow over time. What are you talking about?
Okay.
They're not turning vertically.
Okay, hold on. Let's just take this a little bit. Let's take this to a more simple version here. So you can fly from South America to South Africa, and roughly the same time it takes to fly from New York to Greece.
Cool. My clock can, at the outer edge of the clock, at the largest circumference, is going the same distance and speed as the inner side. What's your point?
Why are you going so much faster on the outside?
You're not. Again, second time. My clock hand is not going any faster on the edge than it is at the center.
Well, I'm just talking about distance.
Exactly.
We're talking about distance.
Yes, sir.
So on your map, on a flat Earth map.
Yes, sir, which is a clock. We live in a clock. Antarctica's the edge of the clock.
On a flat Earth map,
Antarctica's the edge of the clock.
I should be way closer to Greece, to New York, than I should be from South America to South.
He just doesn't listen, does he? I'll say it like a third or fourth time. We live on a clock. Antarctica's the edge of the
okay.
clock.
Well
My
then,
clock
okay.
Hand, yeah, there's the outer edge of a clock hand. I'll do it as a question.
Well then, why am I able to traverse the same in the same time?
You're not listening. Is the outer edge of the clock hand traversing in the same time as the center? Yes. It's not ahead of it.
Okay, so we travel by virtue of hands of a clock.
So the sun and the moon has been described as such. That's why the moon moves
so by
hand.
your logic,
Not my
I
logic.
could go to the ice wall, and I could traverse as much distance around the flat Earth as I could if I were to go up to the North Pole and just walk 10 steps.
No. There's.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't work.
Oh, I'm saying it does, but not always. I'm saying you got.
Oh, not always.
No, so you're
Not
saying the
always.
very. I'm saying you're not even listening to how a clock works. You can't deny that the outer edge of a clock.
No, I know how a clock
So it
works.
would work. So it would work. Okay, so it works.
No, I know how a clock works.
Right, but you're not understanding. Well, why isn't the outer edge of that clock slowing
Okay.
down and doing something?
Well, then how
different
come
than
we can
the
fly
sun?
the other direction, anti-meridian, and for some reason we can do it in just about the same amount of time, but for some reason
If the Earth is not
it's a
moving.
little bit slower.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Maybe jet streams, but no.
Have you
the
ever
Earth-
flown? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point.
well, that's it. That's not Earth curve. That's not spin. That's not nothing. What are you talking
Okay.
about?
No, actually,
And it's
you're
definitely
correct.
not
I mean,
a
Earth's spin does have something to do with it.
Absolutely
The fact that
not.
we are rotating around the sun.
Absolutely not. That's never been proven. Stop assuming things that's never been proven. It's neglected in everyday application. Location zero.
How has it
manuals
never
do I
been
have-
proven?
How many manuals do I have to
How has
provide?
it been not proven? How has anyone
That's
ever
a straw.
said?
You can't do a negative like that. How has it not been proven if you haven't proven? That's like saying, how has Narnia not been proven? What are you talking about?
I mean, that's
It's
your
neglected.
guys'
No, the
fucking
manual will straight up say it's neglected. Rotation
view
zero.
completely.
Rotation zero. So we have something we can
Rotation
do.
is zero.
Yeah, no measurement, no speedometer, nothing's measured.
I mean, other than the fact that when you guys had that whole fucking flat Earth, what do you want to call it? Like the whole video that you guys were like, oh, this is how we're gonna prove it all wrong, and then you got the fucking goddamn, what was it?
I'm guessing final experiment. I don't
Jesus
know
Christ.
how. The Antarctica
Huh?
thing. Is it the Antarctica thing? Because we cooked that a million times.
No, it was goddamn gyroscope, a super accurate gyroscope, and you guys were like, "Oh, here's how we're gonna prove that it's wrong because we got this gyroscope and it should."
You don't even know the argument because I cook every gyroscope.
Oh well, no.
Confirmation of
Here's the crazy
gyroscope.
thing. Here's the crazy thing. You
Oh,
are using all of the technology that all of the round Earth
Yeah. All but that's
people.
a straw man. Straw man. Literally, the manuals for all that technology say flat Earth. Flat Earth measured. What are you talking about? Curvature zero, spin zero, gravity zero. No, it doesn't. You can't just say, "Oh, it's all been used. All the globers use it," because they're denying flat Earth vocally, but they know that they're neglecting it in order to keep a job. So what are you talking about? Dan's doing it on TikTok, saying he uses it, but he's on paper. He's adding curvature in, and he admitted it last week. Finally, after saying for 3 years, it's a measurement. You don't understand, DJ. And then he finally snapped and said, it has to be done that way, DJ. The instrument, we have to assume it wrong 90% of the time. I'm not buying that. My third graders aren't buying that. Middle schoolers aren't buying that. Y'all have to do better than that. There is no measurement. It's assumed flat because it's measured flat. Or some say assumed measured flat, treated as measured flat, treated flat, flat Earth approximation, flat X and Y, flat Cartesian grid system, even in geodesy. So you're going to say geodesy is magically spherical math, or you got anything else? I don't know. Because it's not. It's not a part of everyday use in order to measure and count for the Earth, then I don't want to hear it, pretty much. It's not real. It's as good as Narnia. There's maps of Narnia, there's Minecraft maps, but it's not science. It's because we have a globe map, it's not science. Because you shrink Antarctica doesn't mean it shrinks in real life. Oliver Tree filmed the ice wall and got murked right afterwards. So say what you want. I'm not a flat earther, but I might be after seeing this damn wall. And then he died a week later, so do what you want. Or believe what you want. But
Just for the record, you say that the Mason-Dixon line is not real.
Did I say that?
I don't know. I don't know when you muted me.
I muted you, but what's that have to do with what I said? You didn't hear the words?
Well, I don't know because
Then I
everything
didn't
you
say
say
it.
is
Now I don't
fucking
know.
ridiculous. So
How you put words in my mouth?
What
and
do
said
you
not
what
fair
do
if
you
I
think
said
about
it.
the Mason-Dixon line?
What about it? There's a song. I'm north of the Mason-Dixon.
What do you think about it? Do you think it's like a real thing that people did?
It's a line. Lines don't curve vertically.
Oh, but they did correct, sir.
They may have added correction, but no, the lines are parallel.
In
The
the
horizons are straight lines.
1730s, you are 300 years behind, sir. 300 years
It's just
behind
a random year.
the
What about
guys.
1730, sir? What about 1730, sir? You can't just bring up a year and say I'm wrong. What did they do in
Okay.
1730? What the fuck?
Hold on. I just Googled it. Here we go. We go royal land maps overlapped and both sides claimed that the area near Philadelphia and blah 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 blah. They needed to run a fucking perfectly east-west line. And that's
Welcome
why
to
you
Flat Earth.
have a perfectly
Welcome to
east-west
Flat Earth.
line
Yeah,
on the
welcome to Flat
south
Earth.
border of Pennsylvania.
So you got anything else? Yeah, the horizon's a flat straight line. Sea level is 2, measured 19 years at a time.
Man,
Exactly.
what's it
Welcome to
like
Flat
to
Earth.
be? Do you think?
Well, ad hominems. What's it like to be stupid, right? Next. Sorry, I'll get bananaed if you use that word, and I'll probably get bananaed right now just for saying it myself. You've been dying to say that for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes. So we're just going to cut you off right there. What's it like to be dumb, right? I've been here doing this hardcore all day, every day for 5 years straight, good sir. I took 4 months off. I took another few months off 2 years ago, but that was it. Damn near every day. Every day. I come in a box or I chirp in the comments at least once. Usually I'm in a live cooking somebody. And I've heard the same. It's always, you repeat the script, it's not working, what's wrong with this guy? And then you attack ad hominem when you're cooked by your own manuals. You said earlier you projected, but let me remind you that you're actually taking flat earth measurements and approximations and saying they only can work on a globe. That's all I'm saying. Next, anyone else want to come in? Plain surveying, man. We got tons of surveyors that say, look, curvature's neglected because it's not a property for our experiments and measurements. If we want to be 100% accurate, we have to treat it as a straight line. And you just said, you brought up something in the 1738s where they said that it was a straight east to west line, no bend. So why are you thinking I'm stupid if you didn't bring any drop or a bulge, a curve? Anyway, that's why you got dropped. I thought you was going to show us a measurement, right, from the 1700s of curvature. Then he just says a flat east to west line. That's all I heard out of that, and that's all I needed. The rest of it just left my brain because I can't just, that was the key word there. Again, flat earth proof in defense of the globe. Crazy. If y'all flat earthers want to come up, come on now. Sorry, I wasn't even reading how many. I didn't realize 4 was up here. 1 in, so if y'all want to come up in the box, gonna hit some accepts here. Oh, what's it like to be stupid, right? Dude, a few days ago said I should unalive myself. He got cooked. He laughed at me and then just. But anyway, what's it like to be stupid, right? What's it? Oh, try again. I hit accept and it said canceled. I don't know what happened. Oh, you probably canceled it and ran. Unavailable. I don't know about that. Sounds like a troll name. What do you got? I ain't even reading it. If you're not arguing with anybody in the comments, usually, come on now. Why? Are you gonna get me again with the N-word or something or what? I hope not. Let's try it and see. I hit accept.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, bro. What's up?
The dome.
What's that?
The dome in the sky. That's what's up. You're on.
Oh yeah. So, I guess my question is, why is this so relevant to you?
What? You don't have a
Why do you,
measurement for the globe?
well, why
Why
do
do
you
you
care so much if it's flat or a globe?
Why do you care that it's a globe? I could ask you the same question. You came in my life, so obviously it's striking something deep inside, right? Who cares? They proved it's round, right? But you're here. You'll keep coming back. Do you have an
I
answer?
wouldn't,
I don't have an
I
answer,
wouldn't,
really.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I just kind of go about my day affecting the things I can affect, like, going to work, you know, building somewhat of a savings and whatnot for the future. I don't really care if the globe is
Well,
round or
we're in
flat.
the biggest recession, they say, so there's not really a future. But anyway, and that's kind of why I do this, because we got the majority convinced, because they're aware of it. They're seeing like the wages aren't going, but they're telling you now, like you try to go to the food lines, oh, you have a house, you can sell it and buy food. They tell my family that all the time. You got a house, you can still sell it and buy food, even though they can't buy food because they're paying for a house. And everything's going up, gas is going up. We don't go 3 miles from our home. I don't know about you, but everywhere I've studied the whole country and interviewed people from all over the country on my radio and got clips and stories and things, and we're all experiencing the same thing. I don't know if there's a future to be built. If people coming out of high school and college have to pile 10 deep in a coffin apartment just to keep the lights on. So anyway, next question. But flat Earth it's the default position. I'm going to defend it till the day I die because it's real. Narnia's not. I can make up math for Narnia all day long, but I'm going to get laughed at. But somehow the globes, it's the opposite. I don't know. I really don't have an answer.
Well, I don't know either, man. I don't think it's that relevant to any day-to-day activity. That's my argument. I mean, that is an argument.
Maybe not. But anyway, free will, whatever, I do a lot of stuff besides this, productive, wholesale, whatever. So, just dug a trench.
All right.
So, you got any proof it's a globe? If plane surveying measures it flat and treats it as a flat plane? Nope? Okay. I think it's personal to everybody. Wouldn't you like to know where you live? Wouldn't you like to know why they're saying it's a globe but treating it as a straight line? A flat plane? In day-to-day application? That's what was bothering me. I had to know why they're rejecting this thing that we've been taught our entire lives of a spinning wet rock for something that's not real, that they used to think they were wrong. The ancients were wrong. But yet, the people that are 100% accurate in the measure of the earth, right, are using that wrong. They're using the flat earth cult language in their day-to-day. It's the English language, a flat earth language. And yet, so either you got to make some weird argument that we've brainwashed all of society to neglect the curve, or that we've been brainwashed into believing there's a curve by one group, and anyone that just believed what was coming out of two main companies producing the science textbooks for all of us kids. Mainly McGraw-Hill and Maxwell Publishing, but a few others. All paid for by the Rockefellers, who wanted a nation of workers and not thinkers. So that was his direct quote. And Rothschild said, I don't care. I care not who makes its laws as long as I control its wealth. So anyway, do what you want. Oh yeah, they lie to children. And then, get people to want to be an astronaut when there's been 100 maybe. If that. There's only been a handful or so, a few handfuls of astronauts that actually, and most of them have an acting history. Somehow you find some clip somewhere that they were, anyway, like the Artemis actors were in Hollywood movies as background actors. But yeah, they lie to children, they lie to all of us. They're in the Stein files. And again, they tell you it was little mustache men and not bums, Bergs, and Steins that were running the government the mustache men had, that were hired in Operation Paperclip. So yeah, made us just like the Muslims. We just believe that all Germans have to be bad and they can just snap one day. But anyway, Operation Paperclip was a thing. And your guy, what was his name, Parsons, that said he credited development of space fuel, rocket fuel, to a satanic ritual, his words. But anyway, and other people's too. So it's whatever. we all agree that there is weird voodoo out there that works. Whether it's not always considered satanic, but people have experiences, they're not religious. Science has proven it. And even science is messing with it to try to control it and to sell it. So do what you want. There is shit going on. There is a way to manipulate people. Everybody's been manipulated by somebody or has witnessed a form of someone trying to manipulate others for gain. And 70 million a day, you're not going to lie and just pay off some books. One book company that's in the majority of the school that was the father of Ghislaine. But anyway, I'm tripping. Right. Might as well go. Might as well stay. Can't prove it's a globe. Can't prove that we in space. Anyone else want to come up? Since I cooked those guys, I don't want to be attacked at home. What's up, Spooky? Shit. Right on. Real music. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Y'all got cooked. What do you got other than a script? You got anything new? Do you have a new measurement? Do you have pitch data from an aircraft yet? Isolation of gravity. Like, come on, folks. Oh, come on, Globers. See if Lambo's around. It's probably, I think he goes to bed early. I don't think he's a late night. I think he's during the day. He's flat smacking. But come on now. For what? Why? I need actual science. Or if you don't understand the third grade science, you're not going to understand the high school and college stuff. That's why they don't teach us the high school and college stuff first. Gas pressure requires containment. Again, a book is not a measurement. Fan fiction, bro. That's all you got. A book is not a measurement. Did I claim I measure the earth flat with a book? Or just that certain books depict and describe the earth being measured flat? That's the difference. You think maps and books are a direct measurement, but in reality, they're an avoidance of direct measurements in order to promote and Bible thump Narnia maps and Narnia science. Again, what do you have that I haven't heard? Well, I mean, come on now. See, I got restricted. Somebody's flagging me. That's good, bro.
Afternoon.
Somebody's flagging me. Bro.
Hello? Can you hear me?
What's your back? Do you think it's flat or a globe? Oh, it's flat. Right on. Right on. You're smarter than these people then. You're too smart. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't think
They got no
I don't
measurements.
think the curvature is a math error. I think it was intentionally designed to fucking fool us out of knowing that we're special and the creator created us.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, let's put that as a rage bait. But yeah, that's exactly right. I think that too. Sorry, go ahead. And real quick, unavailable. Oh, you left. My bad. Yeah, I'm scared to bring you up for what? And what textbooks? String physics, theoretic physics. It's not real. Oh, come on, Globies. the computer been working the whole time. It was just this doing it. This phone's doing it. The computer's doing it. Oh my god. Quit. What's going on with this bullshit? Well, come on, folks. Y'all come in the box. I got the best part of the song.